We'll literally show you the career that you've been wanting to see.
It is time to experience the nooks and crannies of Korea at first hand on
K-Patch
with Jennifer.
It is a Thursday. That means Jen is in the studio with her fashionista look as ever. Today, it's a lovely sweater with reds and peaches and pinks and all sorts. How are we doing, Jen?
How are you?
I'm not bad at all. It's back to regular work day today, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday was still a day
Back
off,
to reality.
but we were in the studio, me and Paul.
Okay.
And I like that vibe, like that the rows are really quiet. I'm the only one at work, but I like my job. So I kind of feel like I'm doing something secret or I shouldn't be here.
I'm going to ask you privately later for that question.
I swear to you, Jen, really, like today and tomorrow as well, I've only got the radio show. And so I'm actually really happy. I'm like, if this was my regular life, just a couple of hours in the morning and no other work,
and this
I'd
is
be
a
happy.
live show, and it's a huge pleasure for us to really communicate every day on a lively basis, right?
Yeah, you get like the vibe from the listeners chatting away, like Siska saying, "Morning, Jen, lovely sweater colours, forever young," saying it looks so comfy. Steve saying, "Happy Lunar New Year." Gwen loving the sweater. Tropic Girl saying, "You look as snug as a bug in a rug."
Oh my. Do you like ice cream?
That's a random question, but yes, I do.
I mean, the reason why I picked this outfit when I first decided to buy it, it just reminded me of strawberry ice cream. And I know it has nothing to do with winter, but I just like this warmy, colorful vibe.
I love it. What a good reason.
Anything that looks warm is just always good choice for me.
I think if something looks warm, it actually makes you think it's warmer than it is. I think like psychologically,
actually,
right? If there's a bit of fur on it or something like this. Now I want to eat your sweater. You've told me about ice cream. I had some great green tea ice cream the other day, and that was my treat for Lunar New Year. Did you have a good Lunar New Year? Did you have a bit of a rest?
You know, it was actually really nice because I did not go down to Ulsan, which is where my in-laws live. And
Which
of course, I miss them. Yeah, I really do. I miss them because I just, it's like once or twice I get to meet them every year.
Sure.
And it was sad that, my kid couldn't see his uncle and his grandfather and mother. But for me, personally, to speak, it was really splendid because I just got to just take a full rest, doing no chesa rituals or charesang or anything like that. What about you? Did you do the charesang, the ritual?
We never do. We are like our family, since my grandmother, Korean grandmother, has been Christian, so they forego that. And so that's not been a stress. We didn't get together this year either because of COVID, and I'm sure my wife felt the same as you as well. And we were doing the book yesterday, Kim Ji-young, born 1982, where it talks about that kind of holiday stress. I think it was Chuseok in that case, but the stress can be overwhelming. So good to hear. Today's hashtag before we get into the topic, 회식, or company dither or gathering. Are you a fan of these, Jen? Because it's apparently a generation thing. If you're MZ, you don't want to have a 회식. If you're 40s and above, you want to have a face-to-face 회식.
Maybe I'm not a perfect person to answer this question because, typically most people go to companies, and in Korea specifically, we have 회식 culture.
Yeah.
But I always, until now, I worked at international organizations and places like here where we have people from different cultures. So I did not really experience that typical type of 회식 culture.
Oh, not even once.
I did like a couple of times, but not on a regular basis. But
did you enjoy it? You can be honest.
Because I didn't really went through that 술 문화, alcohol culture.
Okay.
So for me, it wasn't that stressful.
Okay.
But from what I hear from my friends and my hubby, no, they can go quite nasty.
Oh, if you're drinking too much and you don't want to.
And especially if you're pressured to drink it, that can be of a stress.
That's definitely the negative side, right?
Yeah.
As long as everyone wants to drink and is enjoying their time, that's okay. But you shouldn't make anybody drink. In fact, I think that's illegal in many parts of the world, isn't it? That's the topic for the hashtag. The topic for Jen's K-Patch, the video she brought in. What are we going to be looking at today?
So, you know, like ever since I moved to this new city, Anyang, I've been taking you guys to Incheon City quite often. And this time I'm going to take you again. But you might think, like, is it again Incheon?
Yeah.
But it's going to be very different. Like last year, we went to this memorial hall for Incheon landing operation, right?
I remember that. That was lovely.
Yeah, and then in the end of the year, I went to this youngjongdo island to show you guys the beautiful sunset.
Where the airport is, that
island.
island.
Yes, but this time, guys, it's gonna be about the Central Park and some beautiful activities and nature in it.
In the Songdo district, is
yes.
this? Okie dokie, yeah, because I've been previewing for a week when I saw it on the script Songdo. What that brings to mind for me is like this new-ish build city on reclaimed land that I don't think was even there like 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because if you just hear from the name Central, you might think that it is in the center of the city, but
yes.
in fact, it's located in the southwestern part of the city, and it's about like 25 minutes away from the Incheon City Hall. And as you said, all of the buildings here in Songdo International Districts are built like after 2000 or mostly built after 2010.
Oh, wow. Okay, so very new.
Very modern.
Fantastic.
And fresh.
All right, so let's check
Here we
out our first video. I can see from the pause screen it's evening time. Wow. Doesn't that look spectacular?
I had this evening stroll at Central Park, and the building you're seeing there is residential apartments.
It looks so pretty.
Right? And there were quite a lot of people enjoying their stroll there. And the sunset. So that side, you're seeing the West Sea.
Yeah.
It's not captured in the video.
That's right next to Songdo, right? The West Sea.
Yes.
There's no beach, though, unfortunately, right? It's more of an industrial
Because
coast.
it's a safe issue, I believe.
Look at that massive hanok hotel.
Yeah, I'm going to show you the Hanok Hotel up close soon. And I've brought some photos that is captured during the daytime. This is how it looks.
So there's a big waterway in the middle of the park itself.
And the water you're seeing there is ocean, guys. So this is known to be Korea's first park using the ocean water.
So you get sea fish in there.
Yes.
Wow.
And this is the Gyeongwonje, the Hanok Hotel.
Can you walk into it freely?
Yes.
Oh,
you can
wow.
just take a stroll there. And they have this Hanok village, which is embodied in this hotel.
That's very different to the modern Seoul hotels,
Right?
isn't it? Wow.
And you can just have some meal. You don't have to stay there. But if you ever have a chance, I'd recommend, because you can experience this tradition inside the building. The furnitures, the foods.
It looks like
experience in a
kind
traditional
of
style.
big scale of a small hanok, right? Because in
Right.
places like Jeonju, they have guest houses in like real little hanoks, but that's on a large scale. That's really good. I've heard, I think they're still going ahead with it, the big S Hotel in the middle of Seoul, the luxury Korean one, they're building a big hanok hotel there to like cater for K-culture fans.
Oh, nice.
But this already exists in Songdo, this
Yeah.
scale, right? That's quite a big one. It looks beautiful inside those photos
And of
as
course,
well.
you can enjoy the Wi-Fi service and all those comfort things that you enjoy already.
Air conditioning and whatnot, all the modern amenities. You don't have to live like they lived in the Joseon dynasty.
And also if you go into its official website, they also have these services where you can rent the hanbok, the Korean traditional clothes.
Even at the hotel.
Even in the hotel. And also there are some like activities where you can enjoy traditional like how do you say, some sports activities.
Oh, like traditional games and stuff. That sounds cool, doesn't it? I think my sister-in-law and their family stayed there one night, and their son really enjoyed it. I think it's not the cheapest place to stay. Like, it's a nice place.
I know.
But they said that their kid thought it was so different to like a modern hotel room, which he's been to like a million times.
Yeah.
Looks amazing. For a little sense of geography, because Siska says, who's been here many times to Korea, I haven't been to Songdo yet. I'm going to put that on my list. It's not that difficult to get to and not that far if you're in this southern district like Socho. I think I've mentioned it before. By car, maybe 35 minutes without traffic.
Yeah, I actually checked it on the navigation and it took exactly 43 minutes from Arirang station.
Oh, nice. At this time of the morning, yeah.
In the morning.
You might be running into a bit of traffic then. And also, I think there's an Incheon tour bus that my uncle loves to take whenever he comes. And it stops off in Songdo. It like does a little round route and it's a double-decker. I think there's the roof open. So you can get there, no problemo. Moa Army saying, what's the location name again? Songdo as in Songdo would be how you spell it in English, right?
Songdo International Business District.
That's the official title because it's got some special status, right?
Yeah.
As an international business district. Lots of people loving the lighting there. Steve saying the lighted bridge looks so surreal against the sunset. And Tropic Girl saying that hotel vibe, so gorgeous at night and so romantic as well. You might fall in love. And I've been there many times because it's easy to get to from here. We live in this part of the world near Arirang. I didn't know until much later that the water was seawater.
Right?
And the way I found out was I was looking in and I saw crabs in there. And I was like, what? How can crabs live in this water?
Oh, wow.
And then I found out, like you announced, that it's like the first like that, seawater.
Yeah, it's Korea's first ocean.
I don't know if you can see that it's connected to the sea, but you can see from the wildlife inside.
Yeah, so I've checked the map and that... the stream, I would say, it's not even the big size of the lake. But very close to this Central Park, they have this lake. It's called Landmark 3 Lake. And you might find the name quite odd, but you have to know that this part of the city is very fresh and young, and it's very much fully planned and organized. And right beside that lake, there's the West Sea. So it's all connected.
That's where it gets the water from. Quite amazing. Let's get to another video from Jen. And whatever this brings to mind from your neck of the woods, send in your photos and videos via Kakao Talk. Our username is Daily K. We got another track next from G-Friend, 여자친구 밤. Time for the Moon Night. We're back for part 2. K-Patch with Jen in the studio showing us Songdo Central Park so far and the surrounding hotel. That Hanok Hotel is great as well because it's on the side of the lake there in Central Park. What a good location. And you're right, there are good restaurants in there that you can just eat at even if you're not a guest. It doesn't matter at all. We've got a random photo here from Derek Gunther, who I believe lives in the States and says, I've been waiting until Jem was on since she's the resident fashionista to send in these pictures. This thing gets more compliments than anything else I've owned. Everyone here loves it, and you've sent proof that it's from Korea. It's what we call long padding.
Oh, nice.
Amazing. And you said, I've owned it and everyone loves it. This was obviously Daily K inspired, so I owe you guys big time for this fashion win.
Wow.
Unfortunately, the 2 cold days enough to wear it in Florida have passed now. I guess in Florida, how often can you wear long padding? I think even in the winter it's pretty warm, but it looks nice.
It's a warm place?
Yeah, Florida is where many people go in the wintertime to avoid the cold from East Canada and places like that.
Good to know that.
But it looks nice.
Lovely photo, by the way. Thank you for the photo. And I'm so flattered to hear that somehow I and Peter together, we have inspired your fashion.
You are the fashion expert on Daily K, Jen. For fashion questions, everyone comes to you. We got some messages in relation to that. Moa Army saying, I need to travel this year. It looks magnifique, as they say in France. Songdo, the future city. I think you searched it online and that's like the tagline in English. It does look like a future city as well. Some of the traffic light systems are a bit different to Seoul, I saw.
Yeah, if you go there, it almost gives you the vibe that you're in Singapore. It really feels exotic, Yeah. And as you've seen from the video, the buildings that you've seen is very modern, cutting edge. But you have to know those buildings are residential apartments.
Yeah, a lot of those skyscrapers, right?
Chic.
I think there's 1 or 2 high hotels around that park as well. One with a wood in its name that I've managed to visit a restaurant on like the 30th floor. It was so beautiful. Siska says, I stayed at hanok hotels 2 times, once in Cheongdo and once in Jeju. Such a nice experience. I love it. Yeah, if you're coming to Korea, really recommend you try and stay at a hanok at least once, right?
And I think one of the merits about this place particular is that it's very close from the Seoul city. It takes like 40 minutes from Arirang, the southern part of Seoul.
Yeah.
So like unlike Hanok Mall in Jeollado, which is also really exquisite, but for me, it's quite of a pressure to go all the way
quite
up
far,
there.
yeah.
So I think it's a great opportunity just to drop by this place and go back to Seoul again.
Yeah,
for the next day.
For a weekend break, even just a day trip from Seoul, it's a lovely different
pressure,
vibe. Yeah. We're going to get on to Jen's second video now. What are we going to see in this one?
Actually, guys, the reason why I picked this place as our week's item was that I was so astonished to find these beautiful, colorful boats known to be moon boats floating in the stream, or I should call it a small ocean.
Yeah, it's part of the sea after all, isn't it?
This is the highlight of the video, actually. Let's check it out.
A little moonlight boat trip.
I was crossing over the bridge, and this is the view I got with the sunset. And
lovely.
as you can see, people were wearing hanbok, taking photos.
It looks like a wedding photo shoot or something. And I think those are like the actual moon boats that you can see lighting up on the back, right?
The blue and the red colors. You can pick the color.
They look really cozy for like a couple or something.
I know, right? And behind there, you're seeing the Gyeongwonje, the Hanok Hotel once again. And this is how it looks during the daytime.
Yeah, there's no rowing. You can just have a relaxed time with the little joystick, I think, right?
Very beautiful. It's a great place to bring your kids, for sure.
Yeah, I've been on the boats, not the moon one, because that actually looks like the moon. They're not big enough for a whole family, but the kids can even steer it. Like, it's not dangerous because they don't go fast.
Yeah, so you can ride with total 3 people can ride one boat for 30 minutes, and it costs around 38,000 won.
Yeah, it wasn't that cheap, I will say that, but it's a lovely
It's worth
experience.
it, isn't it?
It's not something you're going to do every day.
Unfortunately, I couldn't really get the chance to ride it myself.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's
but
all right.
from the review I got, it's really lovely. But if you want something dynamic, you might be a bit disappointed. It's
not
quite
fast,
slow. Yeah. So definitely a good pick for romantic date
Yes.
course.
Yeah, or even for the
Isn't it?
families. And we saw in Jen's video, you could see the other boats at the beginning in particular that have like a normal shape and a kind of roof over it.
there
In
are
there,
options.
you can get at least, because we went with my Uncle Bob as well, so 6 people on board.
Oh, wow.
And it was so fun. It's not a giant lake or anything.
No.
It takes you about, I'd say, 20 minutes to go from one end to the other. But like I said, the kids can steer it. They used to have this lovely rabbit island there.
Oh,
But I think that's been closed. Because,
Rabbit Island.
Yeah, like in the lake, there was just this island where you couldn't go on as a human. It was just like isolated.
Oh,
There were
only
loads
the
of
rabbits
rabbits.
live there.
But I think there was
How sweet.
overpopulation and like they weren't taking care of them, so they closed
Just too
it.
many rabbits.
Yeah,
that-
because
Okay.
rabbits reproduce quite quickly,
know,
I've heard, right? And so you can go around there. There's a little course to see it. And yeah, it is beautiful at night time, especially in warmer weather, I suppose.
Yeah.
The price, though, like you said, 38,000 for 3 people. I suppose if you divide it by 3, it's not too bad,
Yeah, it's
is it?
economical, right? And you know, moonboats, it's very popular not just in Incheon but in Jeju-do and Gimpo and Andong. I didn't know.
moonboats. Oh.
Yeah, it became such a trend.
I see, because they do look cool, I suppose, because you could always get some types of boats. For instance, at the Bumpo Bridge, there is this round, it looks almost like a donut boat.
Oh, I saw that, like a cube.
Yeah, and then there's a table in the middle, so you could eat and drink in non-COVID times. Josh asks a question, can you fish with this boat? Because I would do that. Fishing as in catching it with a rod.
I wouldn't recommend if it's even possible during the winter because it's so cold, your hands would be freezing. But I haven't spotted anyone fishing there.
I'm pretty
I
sure
don't
it's
think
not
it's allowed.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. This isn't that kind
Sorry,
of lake.
guys.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah,
I
too
don't
bad.
think even from the shore, there's no way you're supposed to fish from. Steve saying those moonboats match well with the lighted bridge, like something from an amusement park. That's exactly the vibe I got. Like, it feels like an amusement park. You don't have to pay an entrance fee, so you can just walk around. There's even, really conveniently, underground parking under that park.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't need to worry about public transport if you're not taking it, right?
Yeah, that's why it was such a pleasure for me to just stick around in the park with kid. He can just run around. Of course, you have to see him closely, but very grand, open, great place for picnic, I suppose, from spring and summer.
And you saw the dock where the boats are. That actually has a few little eateries in it as well. And coffee shops and convenience store.
Actually, when I saw the dock, it really felt like I was in Singapore once again. Some places in tropical area. But if you expect something really diverse in terms of the food choices, just think of those, typical 휴게소s in small parks.
Like fast, convenient food is what you'll get there. Nothing gourmet. But if you cross the street from Central Park, like Jen showed, there's lots of high rises, lots of residential buildings, but many of them in the first 2 or 3 floors have restaurants. Just across the road from that dock, we saw a lobster restaurant. So if you want something fancy, there is. We didn't go because it was too expensive, but they also have some pasta restaurants along that side as well. And some other things in Songdo that I have experienced. Have you been there quite often since you live fairly close now, Jen? Because my favourite place is the shopping area, known as Triple Street.
I'm so glad that you bring that up. Yeah, Triple Street, I've been there for sure. And there's this grand outlets from grand brand starting from Incheon.
Yes, that's fun.
It's actually a really popular visiting spot for families. Yeah, and a lot of restaurants, very grand. And in Seoul, although it's for sure, it's a capital, it's a great city, but most of the buildings are relatively, I feel, really packed and small and crowded.
Sure.
But if you go to shopping malls in this Incheon, very open, and I think relatively smarter choice, wiser choice for us during this pandemic.
For sure. And I think the reason it's called Triple Street, I'm not sure if you know the actual reason, but I feel there's like a basement street which runs all underground apart from one small strip, and there's restaurants and shops, toy shops, arcades, everything you could wish for. And then there's one like above ground and then one on like the second floor, which are all kind of connected. So I think that's why they called it Triple Street. And there's also Canal Street somewhere in Songdo.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of been less popular since Triple Street opened, because when it first came around, it was packed.
Canal was the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And there's like a little... It's not actually a canal. It's like a little kind of foot stream where kids can play in the water.
Actually, I wanted to visit there when I went to this park, but because of the coldness, it was just too cold. It's an outdoor shopping mall, so...
Yeah, there's many options.
Probably that's the reason why it's less populated now.
Let's get to another song break. We'll see what our listeners have to send in, responses to this, and also anything that you think of. It could be boating, it could be fishing, Josh, if you like. Send in your photos via Kakao Talk. Our username is Daily K. Here's Silver Granny Lynn's song request. It's Black Crown by Kingdom. That was Kingdom with Black Crown. This is K-Patch with Jennifer, and we've got a listener from Iraq, Joy, saying, how are you guys doing? Following you guys. And Wonder Shanna saying, where are you guys from? Well, Jen is totally from Korea. I'm half from Korea, and we're telling you all about Korea on Daily K. I hope you're enjoying it. And Songdo
I'm
in particular.
Korean, guys. If you have any question about Korea, I'm here.
Absolutely. And follow her on YouTube as well, Jen from Korea, to look at videos learning the language, looking at the culture. There's some videos that extend from your K-Patch ones as well on there, right?
Yeah. And
check it out.
I'm thinking about teaching language with the video because it's so fresh, isn't it?
Yeah.
To tell you guys the culture
and
some
language
expressions
at the same time. Look forward to that. Lots of messages coming in. Tropic Girls saying that's even better than rowing the boats, just having a joystick. Great, count me in. My kids loved it, and they did try and knock into other boats. And I tried to stop them, but a couple of times
so sweet,
we did bump into other people. I think they were a little bit cross. You got some messages?
Yeah, from Silver Granny. How cute are those boats? Like our swan boats here. Wow, I wonder what swan boats look like.
The Ori bear.
Oh, Oh, the oribe.
I don't know why, because doesn't ori mean
we
duck?
had that too. Yeah.
But they are swan boats,
But they look
right?
like swans,
I don't know why we call them. What's the word for swan? Isn't it
that.
백조?
백조입니다.
Why don't we call them 백조배?
백조배.
That sounds a bit weird, I suppose. A bit of a tongue twister. But yeah, we do have swan boats in many places. The one that I think of first is yeouido, and around that area near the 63 building, you can rent them there. Some of them are pedalled though, so it's a bit of tough work. Josh got in touch saying dynamic might be a fishing aspect with it, maybe fishing islands. They could have a structure there. It would be a good place. You can fish in Singapore though, says Josh, with your comparisons. I suppose, Singapore offers a lot of coastline, and maybe at Songdo, when you're talking about the sea, you might be able to fish there, but there's not really an area where you can get close to the sea. It's all like built up with concrete walls and tide barriers, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, and you have to know that we're talking about the West Sea, known to be like world's one of the places that has high 조수간만, what is a tidal gap?
The tide between the high tide and low tide.
Exactly. So for quite some time, you're seeing the kepper, the muddy area, and then you just see the water rushing in. So I suppose for sure, because of the safety issue, fishing is always could be a challenge.
Frowned upon, I think. Do take care. I don't think there's anywhere where you're encouraged to access the sea at Songdo, to be honest. So stay away, Josh. Be careful. You got some more messages.
From Siska, yes, those lantern moon boats are so pretty. From Stacy, that is beautiful for family trip or be with your loved ones. I totally agree with you.
We've also got a photo from Lynn. We'll try and get that up for you, who is showing us the swan and ducky boats at the Dan Nicholas Park, where we camp in Rowan County in North Carolina. If we can get that photo up for you in a few minutes' time, we will do so. They do look a bit different, actually, to the swan boats here. Because they don't have a cover, right?
Usually, it looks quite different, right?
Usually the ones here have like a roof over it, so you're kind of enclosed. Are those dragons in the background as well?
And I'm seeing a white duck that has big mouth, puri.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a tropical bird.
Or like a pelican or something like that, right?
That
a
looks
pelican
so
boat.
exotic.
And there's an actual goose in the water in front.
I can see one there.
I don't remember too many ducks or geese in the Central Park Lake, if I'm not mistaken. Do you remember seeing anything in there?
I don't remember seeing those.
There must be some wildlife, I assume.
But based on my experience, a couple of days before I went there to youngjongdo Ireland, you get to see a lot of migrational birds. 겨울철새, the winter birds. Like a herd of them.
There must be some then in Songdo, because that's very close by, isn't it? We've also got a message from Kevin, who's done his homework on Songdo, it seems. Songdo is the home of the Jack Nicklaus Golf Club Korea, which opened in 2010. It's hosted both the 2015 President's Cup, the Ryder Cup style team competition between US and golfers from the rest of the world other than Europe, and the 2018 International Crown, the LPGA's unique team match play event among 8 four-women teams, which South Korea won. And Pae Sang-moon, the lone Korean on the international team at the 2015 President's Cup, played a key role in the Sunday singles, but in the wrong manner. He needed to tie his match with Jay Haas for the team to win, but he mishit his third and fourth shots and was forced to concede. Oh dear.
Oh wow. Thank you for the details.
Yeah, he's a big golf fan, Kevin. And that Jack Nicklaus Club is said to be one of the best golf clubs in Korea because Jack Nicklaus, I think, helped design it and he's a golf legend. Full disclosure, we're meant to be getting an apartment that is next to the Jack Nicklaus Golf Club.
Yay!
So hopefully that would be a lovely view.
I'm so jealous, Peter.
Well, I don't know if it's a good thing. I think we're overpaying, so it might be a disaster. We'll have to wait and see. You got another message?
Yeah, from Moa. The vibe is so unique. Once in a lifetime date on a cute moonboat. So basically, Korea has Singapore, mountains, beaches, bamboo forests, Wow! Yes, please come to Korea!
That is what K-Petch is designed to do. I would say with bamboo forests, they're not like everywhere. That's a big tourist thing in
The one
Tamyang.
that I saw you from Ulsan.
Yeah.
But surely there's another very popular one in Tamyang.
Yeah, those are the two big ones, I'd say. But you won't see them just here, there, and everywhere, Moa, if you're expecting that. In some tropical countries, I think they are more common. We've also got some photos from Tropic Girl K, who has sent in some beautiful scenery here. You said, one of the places I love is up in the Catskill Mountains in upstate New York. So lovely to be in a place where you can row on the lakes and trek along the shores, always with water views. So good for the soul. Wow. The scale looks slightly different, slightly bigger, right?
There were houses on top of the cliff, right?
Wow, that does look amazing.
Exotic.
And yeah, I guess the downside of Korea, if you see it as a downside, maybe it's more convenient, is that the lake in Songdo as well and the park itself is quite a small scale compared to like the Great Lakes in the US and things like that.
I was so surprised to hear that it's an ocean water because it's just a really small stream. But cozy and sweet.
That's the good side. You can walk around it quickly. Like to walk around a lake up there, I'm sure would take days or hours. But here in Korea, a lot of those things are man-made, and so they're made very conveniently. It's just a different vibe.
And it's very close to the West Sea, so if you want that grandness, you can just walk a bit, and there you see the ocean.
The endless ocean, if that's your thing. Jen, as ever, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. Likewise.
Do we have a theme for next week for our listeners to do some homework on?
So next week, guys, we're always trying to find something timely, and Beijing Olympic is coming up, right?
Oh, yes.
And so I'm going to take you to this very exquisite place, Chinatown.
Oh, nice.
In Incheon again.
Okay, not too far
from very
Songdo.
different. You're going to see really fun activities, buildings, and the foods all coming up.
Please show us the Chinese food there. It is delicious. Yes, I think the opening ceremony for the Winter Olympics might be tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Jen, as ever, thank you so much for coming in.
Have a great day.
You have a great week as well. We would love your Sunday song requests, so continue to send those in, the artist name and song title. Tropic Girl, this is your request as it's your niece and goddaughter Ellie's birthday on Sunday. Oh, it was on Sunday. She turned 7. Happy birthday. She's a huge Blackpink fan. We're going to play this for you. What a beautiful photo. Aw, this is Did It.